Hello, this is the mod nation showcase for Dominion 5, and the nation is Middle-Age Bracada, Magic Towers. This is another one of my Heroes of Might and Magic 3 nations. It is based on the Tower Town from that game. And this nation is much more fun, at least than Erathia. So let's take a look at the units first. First we have the Gremlin. They are size 1, cheap, weak, but they have snow movements, stealthy, mountain survival, and they are slaves. No, they have ball and chain. It is actually a flail weapon, so it attacks shields well. And they also have slings. I guess this is just stealthy chaff. Then we have Gremlin Guards, who do not have any slings. They just have balls and chains. The same traits. They have higher magic resistance than normal. See? 12. So, what can I say here? They suck without any buffs. With buffs they will have some nice attack density thanks to being size 1. Then we have Gremlin Saboteurs, who have daggers and fire slings. Snow move, stealthy, mountain survival also have siege bonus. These ones are much more interesting because they have a fire attack, which is magical and armor piercing. That's they could be very useful, maybe even when sieging. Then we have stone gargoyles. As you can see, they're gargoyles. They have only one attack. They used to have 2, if I recall correctly, but they were nerfed because otherwise there was no reason to buy anything else. They cost 15 gold, 30 resources, and 16 recruitment points. If I recall correctly, there used to be a limit on their recruitment, only 10 per turn, but I think we decided to replace it with the high resource cost. They have decent stats, high magic resistance and morale, of course. They have encumbrance 1, not 0. They are still somewhat alive. They have slash resistance and pierce resistance, poison resistance, magic being, inanimate, need not eat, flying, and it never heals. It is also a stone being, but this tag does not have an icon, it seems. And they have protection 10. They are useful, but we do not really have good commanders with flying. Then we have 3 elemental warriors. Warrior of fire. It's just a soldier with slightly higher stats than normal, higher magic resistance, because this is a nation of mages basically. Some yes, mediocre armor and magic swords. Sword of fire and fire resistance, sword of frost and cold resistance, and sword of lightning and shock resistance. And we also have the Mystic Knight, who has a magic greatsword. It, as you can see, also very effective against undead, because not only Bracada is a nation of mages, they are also a nation that opposes the undead. in the lore. They have magic power 1, elemental resistance, and they are sacred. And they can be recruited anywhere, but they're quite expensive too. Maybe you can even base an entire your strategy around them, I don't know. I'm bad at the game, I just like modding it. Right, then we have Nagas. They are size 4, 45 hit points, high strength, high skills, high magic resistance, high everything, including the gold cost, resource cost, and recruitment point cost. In 90, 38, 50. They have some poison resistance, magic being, cold-blooded, mountain survival, and ambidextrous 8. They wield 4 swords, different swords, and they have some armor and even a shield. They used to be way too powerful, so I think they were reworked like twice or thrice. But after all, I think now they are decent, and despite their higher price, they can be used. And we have our capital only sacreds, giants. They are size 6, 64 hit points, cost less than the Nagas, but still 50 recruitment points. They have decent stats, a very high magic resistance, some decent protection, but no armor aside from the helmet. They throw boulders. I think that's only 2 boulders, but that's better than nothing. And they have titan swords. These swords basically are magical, longer than normal, and shock on hit. They are sacred, have some cold resistance, mountain survival, and snow move. I have never played this nation, but I have seen it played. It even won a game, I remember. But that was before the stone gargoyles were nerfed. I do not remember how the giants were used, but maybe you know how to use them. Now let's take a look at our commanders. First we have the Master Gremlin, who is stealthy, snow move, mountain survival, like all gremlins are. He's a scout, but he can throw his ball and chain, you know, just like in the game, because why not? This is a single use ranged attack. This is mostly just for flavor. Oh, what is this? Some symbols are not displayed properly. I was getting a lot of shit thrown at me for this nation, because again, I was not using the Heroes of Might and Magic sprites. I just based everything on the existing sprites. Then we have the Gremlin Taskmaster, who is our basic commander with Taskmaster 2, so he is better at leading our slaves, normal gremlins. Then we have the Naga Queen, a much better commander with a lot of falchions and a crown, but nothing else interesting. Then we have the Eldritch Knight, who is our sacred commander, our only priest, I think. He's not sacred. Yes, he is our only priest. This nation gets only Holy 1, so Holy magic is weak for this nation. Otherwise, he is just a Mystic Knight. Oh, they also have mana shields, despite wielding two-handed weapons. Then we have our mages. First we have the Apprentice Mage, who is an Adept Researcher, Astral 1, and has an Elemental or Astral guaranteed random, and semi-rare Elemental random. Anything interesting about him? Not really. Then we have the Journeyman Mage. Again, Adept Researcher, has a magic staff instead of a fist. Astral 1. 2 guaranteed Elemental or Astral randoms, and 1 semi-rare random. Our cap-only mage is Mage. Again, Adept Researcher, but +3 now. Astral 2. 2 guaranteed randoms, and 1 semi-rare random. And we have the Genies. Just a normal Genie. He has Air Magic 2. And possibly even 3. And some maybe Water or Astral. Shock resistance, Magic Being, Flying, Overcharged. I'm glad that this command was introduced. And Storm Immunity, just in case you get stormed or decide to storm the enemy yourself. They have some meager protection, high magic resistance again, and some pretty bad stats overall. And we have the Master Genie, who is well, just a genie with more paths and better stats. And we have another cap-only Sacred Commander, slow to recruit, the Titan. Good stats across the board, a huge gold cost, huge resource cost, shock resistance, cold resistance, snow move, mountain survival, sacred, air 3 right off the bat. And perhaps even they can go up to air 5 if you get very lucky. Also fire and water magic. They have the Titan sword that the giants have, and they also throw lightning. Only thrice. It's an area lightning, not just any lightning. And unlike the giants, they have armor, plate armor. So they are very powerful, and I think they can tag easily. What gems do we get? Air gems, astral pearls, and 1 earth gem. Why earth? Because we have a lot of national summons that require earth gems. And let's take a look at the pretender roster. Again, as with the previous overviews, you will not see some of these pretenders if you download the nation right now, because this is the upcoming update. You can get no native death access via your pretenders. I have removed all pretenders with the death pass, because Bracada is anti-undead. First we have the Colossus, who has 2 crushing. Basically this is a tweaked bronze Colossus of middle-aged Naga. He has 2 crushing hands, a stomp. It can be negated by large or strong beings, and does not affect flying or floating units. And a sweep, which is an area of effect attack. It can only be taken dormant or imprisoned. You cannot take an awakened Colossus. Some great stats, of course. Wait, he was supposed to have no hand slots. I'll fix this. Fire magic, air magic, earth magic, pure amphibian, slash resistance, blunt resistance, pierce resistance, shock resistance, fire resistance, cold resistance, poison resistance. Inanimate, need not eat, mindless, spirit side, and innate spellcaster 1. So I have to fix this. And he can barely lead any troops. He should not have hand slots. In the Dominion 3 section, in the Titan section, we have a lot of national titans. Because the Might and Magic series has a lot of them. First we have the Supreme Titan, based on a monster from Might and Magic 6. He has a golden spear and a touch of death attack. No, because the Titans could instantly kill you in Might and Magic 6. Golden armor, air, earth, astral magic, O1, spirit side, and reduces unrest. And great stats overall. He is the best Titan in terms of stats. Well, he is the Supreme Titan after all. He even has magic resistance 20 instead of the default 18 for pretenders. But he is expensive, 270 points. We also have Blood Titan, who has stats slightly higher than normal for Titans. He is based on the monster from Might and Magic 7. He has access to air magic, blood magic. He has regeneration natively, mountain survival, spirit side, and generates 3 blood slaves per turn. So if you want to break into blood, maybe you should take this one. Then we have the Noble Titan. Again, this is based on Might and Magic 6, right? He has armor, golden spear, fire magic, astral magic, O3, fire shield, spirit side, inspirational 2, and he spreads order. And he has a normal stat line for a Titan. Then we have the Storm Titan. The Storm Titan, I think he was in Might and Magic 7 and in Heroes of Might and Magic 5. No armor aside from the helmet. Has a sword, thrown lightning, air magic, astral magic, a normal stat line for a Titan, shock resistance, snow move, air shield 80, mountain survival, spirit side, storm power 4, storm immunity. Well, just in case you give him flight. I think storm immunity comes for free with storm power, it's hard coded. Then we have the Lord of Thunder. This is based on the tier 8 unit from the In the Wake of Gods mod for Heroes of Might and Magic 3. He is basically a jacked up Titan with Air 3. Okay, anyone else here? No. In Dominion 2 we have a Naga Empress. She has 3 magical swords, armor, she has a retinue of 2d6 Nagas, fire, air, water magic, O1, and all the other stats for the Nagas. As you can see, she has 4 hand slots. In Dominion 1 we have the Diamond Gargoyle, which shouldn't it be in Dominion 2? I think I messed up. Yes, I think that was supposed to be a Dominion 2 pretender. I'll fix it. Okay, the Diamond Gargoyle, it again is based on a monster from Might and Magic 6. The Diamond Gargoyles could paralyze. So the Diamond Claws have a follow-up paralyzation effect. Paralysis. They are magic weapons, and the Gargoyle also has a Diamond Tail, a piercing magic armor piercing attack. The Gargoyle has air magic 2, pierce resistance, and where is slash resistance? I forgot it. Shock resistance, fire resistance, cold resistance, poison resistance, magic being, inanimate, need not eat, flying, never heals, that's bad, and spirit side. Great protection, 25. Great stats and a retinue of 4d6 obsidian gargoyles. These are summons. You cannot recruit them. So this is a monster pretender. I should bump it up to Dominion 2. Then we have 3 Genie pretenders. We have the Gene Sultan, spelled differently from the Genie. Air magic, astral magic, shock resistance, magic being, ethereal, flying, invisible, air shield, spirit sight, and storm immunity. And some nice stats. We have the Gene Vizier, again air magic, astral magic, but lower, astral 1 instead of astral 2. Shock resistance, magic being, ethereal, flying, air shield, spirit sight, storm immunity. So it is not invisible, but it is 100 points cheaper. Then we have the Grandmaster Genie. Control lightning. Has air magic, shock resistance, magic being, flying, overcharge, storm immunity. And has a retinue of 1d6 air elementals. And a plate Kiras. Alright, and that's it. Okay, then let's take a look at the national spells. I think we only have summons. Conjuration. In Conjuration we have a battle summon, not a ritual summon. For 1 pearl and 1 astral, 1 fire, you can summon a light elemental. Remember these monsters from Might and Magic 7 and 8? They were very annoying. Now you can annoy your enemies. Then we have Air 2, Astral 2, Conjuration 5, Genie Sultan for 25 air gems. He is a flying commander with good leadership, and this is important to lead your gargoyles. Significant alteration. Nothing. Enchantment. We have Unliving Obsidian Gargoyles. Earth 1, Astral 2, Enchantment 3, Earth Gems 10. It summons 5 plus Obsidian Gargoyles. And we have a lot of construction. At construction 2 we have stone golems. And at construction 3 we have brass golems and iron golems. At construction 4 we have bronze golems. At construction 5 we have gold golems, and at 6 we have diamond golems and crystal dragon. So, and now let's take a look at the summons and heroes. Alright, first the summons. For the obsidian gargoyle, it has 2 attacks, not 1, and they are magical and armor piercing. But they are more brittle, I think. I mean, compared to the stone gargoyles. Oh yes, there is. It is also said in the description that they are more brittle. But still they are very good summons, especially when buffed. A stone golem. Very slow, but they have golem fists with 2 attacks, not 1. Because remember, in the Heroes of Might and Magic 3, golems did 1-2 punches. For amphibians, slash resistance, pierce resistance, poison resistance, magic being, inanimate, need not eat, mindless, never heals, and blind. And high magic resistance. Because remember, you do not really use magic against golems. Iron golems, magic resistance 17, but they are susceptible to shock. Otherwise they are just better stone golems. We have brass golems, who again are susceptible to shock, but also resistant to fire. They also wield axes instead of just punching. We have bronze golems, who again wield axes, are susceptible to shock. You know what irks me? That there is no acid resistance. There is an acid damage type, but it is weird and rare. I remember I submitted not a bug report, but a suggestion to Illwinder that why is there no acid resistance, please include it. And as a response I got, wait, we have acid damage? We forgot about that. And nothing happened, of course. And that was in Dominions 4. And they still have not added it. I think they have acid resistance in Conquest of Elysium, but not in this game. Then we have the gold golem. Magic golem fists. So they are better at hitting stuff, and they have magic weapons, and they already have magic resistance 18. That's a lot. That's on par with pretenders. Same for diamond golems. They are very resilient. Heat protection 25. They just will tank anything. They have resistance to all elements, to slashing and piercing. They are strong, slow. And this is our combat summon, light elemental. It is amphibious? Well, fair enough. They have a melee area of effect attack, fire resistance, poison resistance, magic being, need not eat, hit free. They have a hit aura, ethereal, mindless, fire shield. They are blind, but they also they first explode upon death, and they cause eye loss whenever they get attacked, so they blind people. And they are weaker when darkness is up. They're very weird. And we have the Crystal Dragon. And this time I did use a sprite from Heroes of Might and Magic 3, because I couldn't draw a proper dragon. Large sprites are difficult to draw. My favorite sprites made by me are the giant turtle, the giant tortoise, and the giant carp. They're in other nations, obviously, but I'm proud of them. They look good, especially the turtle. So, the Crystal Dragon has great stats: attack 17, defense 16, strength 25, 200 hit points, size 6, protection 25, magic resistance 18. I guess you have to divine name them. They have 4 attacks: 2 claws, bite, tail sweep, poor amphibian, fear, fire resistance, poison resistance, magic being, inanimate, need not eat, mindless, never heals. They are also stone beings, and they produce a pearl per turn. Cool. And the Genie Sultan summon. See, he has decent leadership, including magic leadership. Air 2. See, that's a double random. So he can get to Air 4 if you're lucky. And this is a double random as well. And otherwise he is a Master Genie. He also has a Plate Kiras. Then let's take a look at the heroes. First we have the defective Golem. Remember the quest in Might and Magic 7 where you have to assemble a Golem? That's him. Well, if it's a he. Then we have the Gremlin King. Just weak astral magic. Gremlin stat line with Taskmaster 3. And a retinue of how many gremlins? Why can't I look at them? 3d6. He is based on, I think, the first boss from Might and Magic 4, Clouds of Zine. We also have the Immortal King, Gavin Magnus, who is a great mage. Sea, Fire 2, Air 2, Water 2, Earth 2, Astral 3. That's a lot of magic. But he is a late hero, he cannot appear before turn 15, I think. Then we have Solmir. Everybody likes Solmir. He is just a genie with high magic paths. Air 3, Astral 3. Then we have Aine, or Ain, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Again, she is based on one of the tower heroes from Heroes of Might and Magic 3. She has Air Magic 2, Water Magic 2, and Gold Maker 75, because I think her specialty in that game was estates. She was producing gold. And our last hero is Dracon, the Dragon Slayer. He is a character from, I think, the Heroes Chronicles series. He is a late hero. Again, he has a Staff of Storms. Fire 1, Air 1, Water 2, Earth 2, Astral 4. And I'm not sure why, but in this showcase he gets random afflictions. See? Chest wound. Check again, nothing. Check again, nothing. Check again. Weakened. Battle Fright, blind. Maybe it's because of his old age and he's not supposed to be old. I should fix this. Battle Fright. Weakened Battle Fright. So, that's pretty much it for Bracada. I hope you enjoyed it. So, see you next time.